Good morning, dear children. Welcome to today's session. I am your English teacher, Rishmi. I hope you all will enjoy today's class. Today, we are going to learn a short poem, Fire and Ice, written by Robert Frost. So, before moving on to the poem, let's study a little bit about the poet Robert Frost. Robert Lee Frost was an American poet. His work was initially published in England before it was published in America. Frost frequently wrote about settings from rural life in New England in the early 20th century, using them to examine complex social and philosophical themes. Frost was honored frequently during his lifetime and is the only poet to receive 4 Pulitzer Prizes for poetry. On July 22, 1961, Frost was named Poet Laureate of Vermont. So, let's look at the poem now, Fire and Ice. Fire and Ice. Some say the world will end in fire. Some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I haul with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction, ice is also great and would suffice. In this poem, the poet refers to 2 predictions of how the world will end. Some say it will end in fire, whereas others say it will end in ice. Both the components are compared with self-destructing human emotions, hatred and desire. Fire represents desire of a human being and ice represents hate of a human being. So, there are 2 ways that can end earth. This is what Robert Frost says from this poem. Now let's go to the first stanza. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. So I have already told you that the word fire stands for what? The word fire stands for desire. In the poem, it indicates all types of greed and lust. In today's world, mankind's greed is endangering the very existence of our planet Earth. And the word ice in the poem indicates hatred and indifference, which is as called as ice. So the human feeling desire or the human emotion desire propels us in hot pursuit of something. Hence it is compared with fire. Hatred makes us cold towards others' feelings. And this coldness of ice can numb our senses. Similarly, the coldness of our hearts can numb our kindness. That is why hatred has been compared with ice. So in the next 2 lines, you can see the poet takes side with those who believe that the world will be destroyed by fire. Robert Frost connects fire with desire, and according to the poet, desire is powerful and would be a quick end. So through the poem, the poet is trying to convey the message that nothing in this world is eternal. Everything will perish either in fire or in ice. So, we should thus not forget this supreme reality and keep ourselves above all selfish matters. So, the poem revolves around the age-old question of whether the world will end in fire or an ice. So now let's move on to the second stanza. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. So ice symbolizes what? Ice symbolizes hatred. And hate is as powerful as desire. And the thing is that while desire consumes quickly, hate can occur and linger in people's minds and hearts for years and sometimes even lifelong. Hate can thus be too destructive and is by itself sufficient to bring destruction. So, the power of hate, which is symbolized by ice, is just as great as desire. So, the poet mentions that both fire and ice are the probable ends of this world. He talks about how fire represents desire and can therefore be a cause of the end of the world. And the poet also mentions ice in between to symbolize that the coldness and indifference towards one another will be enough and more to end the world. In the second stanza, he says that he knows of enough hate in the world to be sure that even destruction through ice would be sufficient to bring about the end of the world. So the poet thus tries to warn people against the two greatest problems facing humanity and the consequences of human vices with an increased effectiveness. Hope you all understood the poem. Thank you all.